Hello and welcome to Riiga D&D session 82. We are back after a 2-month break. One of our members has gone and done an event that takes up a chunk of life. He is back, we're all back, ready to get back into it. And there will be the session for the summary, the last session done initially, and then after that, in character, will be the catch-up for the extra time that the 6th character was absent. So I will put some background music on for you guys. And then we'll get into the summary. I'll unmute you guys now. You are all audible. Julius, take it away.
Hello. Hello and welcome to Riga session. Oh no, that's your line. Sorry,
I already did that.
Yeah, last session. Well, I was considering reading my notes, but that would be a bit awkward. So instead, I'll just quickly go over it. We started initially in the underground, under the mayor's manor, and we were still fighting the big resurrected, or rather reconstructed, reanimated is probably the best word. Yeah, a big reanimated creature that was comprised of corpses and bones. Alina and Flamebearer came in with some nice synergy towards the end of it, and while the rest of the party was struck with fear and fled to the corners of the chamber, and the two brave warriors managed to finish the creature off. And I believe afterwards we just scouted the room a bit, because there were some interesting statues, very, very big and rather old, as well as an obelisk at the back of it. And we made some very easy correlations between the alignment of the statues and the obelisk and what they were made of, namely some distinct metals like gold, copper, and what was the obelisk made of? Like obsidian or something?
Basalt.
Basalt. Or yeah. That didn't sound quite right. Okay. Yeah, we went and opened the vault after making sure we're safe and the fight is over. We perused the goods in there, considered what was fine to be taken, and locked the place behind us, given that there were some very concerning items, such as, the lead-lined chests that clearly emanated etherite, and I believe around the time when we were leaving the vault and closing it behind us, we heard some commotion happening in terms of the guards, the guards that we did not want to meet rushing in. So we took off for the sewers, and a small endeavor later, we avoided any direct contact with temple guards, this time around scouting the sewers, clearly alarmed by the people that fled from the underground temple before us, and we reached the Rook safely. I believe we spent most of the time establishing our ground again, looking for Zarak. I do have note Zarak is safe, and just underneath it I wish Zarak wasn't safe. So yeah, that I think that speaks volumes in terms of how much time it took to let's just say make Zarak stable and not want to escape from us anymore. Or yeah, there were some incidents with playing cards, with sweets, lots of things. But I believe, like, unless I'm mistaken, I think like the entirety of the end of the session was just trying to make Zarak fucking stay in place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, we are reunited, except for Aylmer in our room in Rook. I think that covers it mostly.
Perfect. Thank you. Anyone want to add anything on to that matters? Nope. Okay. Excellent. Here's what we're going to do. First of all, can I just triple check, Virgil, how much time do you have today?
At the moment, I have probably at least 3 hours, if not the full 4.
3 to 4. Okay, perfect. Couple new features that you guys may have already somewhat noticed. So this object here, I'm experimenting with a different way of doing lighting, and I've tested it in another game with other people. It works pretty well. Now, when you light your lantern or something, I'll put this item down in the world. All of you guys can control it. So anyone can move this thing. So all you need to do is have it like on or adjacent to your token when you're traveling around, and you can drag it with your character. And that way you can control the light. And I think you guys can delete it. Can someone confirm that?
I don't even have control over it.
You don't?
Same.
Wait, did I put
think
the
it's
wrong
because
one
you
down?
dropped it. Yeah, I think.
Can you control this one?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. I will... Can be edited and controlled by all players? Yeah,
Yes. Please grant me lantern control. I can be trusted.
it already says it's controllable by all players, so I don't know why it's not working. I'll try maybe if I put it in your journal as well. Does that make it controllable?
Try dropping it again.
I feel like the lantern would burn the journal.
I can't even control the one I dropped.
You can drop them, but you can't
So-
control them. That's...
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea.
That's the opposite of convenient.
I know why it's doing that. It's because of
Medium
this.
Yeah, I can move it. So probably everyone else too.
Yeah. Roll20 is doing this weird thing where, like, sometimes you place a token and it doesn't by default make the token tied to the thing you dropped it from, which is really confusing. Okay, so this lantern you can control. It doesn't give you extra vision, like you can't put it around a wall and see it. It only gives you the light. Yes, so when you want to take out a light now, you can ask me, I'll put the lantern down, and then whoever has it can move it, and this way you can place it down, you can pass it to another person easily, and so on. So we'll be using that. See how it goes.
Nice.
Something else is if you look at your tokens markers, you'll see that there's a bunch of new ones, because I figured out how to add more. So we'll be tweaking those as we go on.
Oh, no more, no more. Okay, this is close enough to the status you actually have.
Yeah, someone's got like, hey, it doesn't have D&D statuses. Let's put them in. I didn't catch in your summary if you said the time of day. Does anyone remember?
We left. That should be like after like close afternoon, like around noon, I think, because we left very early in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, let's say midday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It shouldn't be evening yet, but yeah.
Yeah,
because
certainly not.
We didn't like wander around too much.
Certainly. Alright. In that case, Aylmar, you are on the same map. You're in the bottom left.
Yes, I dropped a lantern to try and figure it out, but it didn't work for me.
Okay, can you control this one? Let's just double check.
I can control this one.
Perfect. Alright. So, Aylmar, you have time if you want to have... technically, you should have got here before the others. We didn't really know that at the time. So, if you want, you can say that you, like, went to the shops or went to check on a place or something like that before you come back to the Rook. Or you can just have taken your time coming back here or stayed at the White Castle for a bit more time. What do you want to have done?
I would have gone to check on the riots, and if they'd calmed down enough, I would have scoped out where, I think it was the White Scorpion, where he is, because he is the one allegedly behind the riots. No, Dove Sky.
Dove Sky. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, so we can say that you spent a couple of time retrospectively investigating the riots. Do a you want to just check on how the riots are doing, like where they are, how severe they are, that kind of thing?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Sure. Actually, I don't think that even requires a roll. I can't see how you can fail at that, unless you're trying to do it stealthily.
Well, I was going to use the owl.
Okay.
Yeah, but
If you're trying to be conspicuous, let's just have you make a stealth check for Amata then.
all right. Stealth check for the owl. Sorry, only a 5. 3 actually for Amata. Bad first roll.
The
Rolled a
stealth
two.
owl is animal.
Okay. Okay. So on your way back, as you approach the east end of town, the lower ward, you scout ahead with Amata. Amata gets noticed by people, and because there's like mob psychology, once one person notices, they draw the attention of lots of people. You see that the riots are continuing around the outer gate area between the lower ward and Costa's village, where it was before. It is the crowd's attention. Actually, I'll ask you this first. Do you want to have Amata to continue the scout, having been noticed by a bunch of rioters, or do you want to pull Amata back?
If I would pull her back if she was noticed by a bunch of rioters.
Okay. So you only have time to really tell that the riots are still going before you call Amata back, not wanting the rioters to turn on your bird or something like that.
Yeah.
And do you want to go around the riots to get back to the Rook?
Yeah, I would go around the riots, and to get back to the Rook,
Okay.
I wouldn't go through them.
Just give me a perception check
Using
as you
what-
go.
Advantage or normal?
Just normal.
Six. 6.
6, okay. So, from what you can tell, glancing around on your travels, you don't think there has been a major change in the riots, but being unable to focus your efforts being solo, it's a little tricky to confirm anything right now. You do manage to make it back to the Rook after spending a bunch of time taking the long way around and sort of trying to investigate the riots themselves.
All right.
Okay. So, as you approach the Rook, you think it's about noon. The sky is heavy with clouds at the moment, so it's hard to tell, but it feels like it's about midday sometime. Across the other way, across the entrance to you, you see a cloaked figure who, at first glance, is just sort of loitering here. And once they notice you, can I confirm what sort of coverage you're wearing?
I would be wearing my cloak with the hood up. It's not unusual to travel with the hood up in a city, is it? Especially in the light of the midday sun.
There's no midday sun. It's more like imminent rain right now.
Yeah, I'd be wearing I have my cloak up, which does give advantage to stealth.
Sure. Regardless, you see this person, they turn and see you, and they briskly head your way.
I'll keep walking towards them.
Elmar.
Yes.
Gedelvillier pulls back her hood. There you are. Where are your friends?
They should be in the Rook. I don't know. I've been at the White Castle.
I see. You will want to gather them and go to the Red Temple as soon as you can.
Why?
I should not stand here talking to you. Just go.
All right. Did she say let's go or just go?
Just go.
All right.
And she walks off. The man by the door, he looks more focused on like any rioters that are drifting near rather than focusing on you per se, so he doesn't really give you a second glance as you approach.
All right. I'll nod at him and then enter the Rook.
Mm-hmm. It's a little untidy from last night's chaos. There's a lot of furniture shifted and plates and bits of food around and stuff like that, but relatively peaceful.
No one really looks at me, aside from there's someone walking into the room.
Not a second glance.
All right.
And I don't know exactly what the group was doing in here, but whatever the case, Elmar steps into the room.
Hello, my
hey,
friends.
That is a face that eases my worries.
It's good to see you again.
Where have you been?
I was at the White Castle. The High Palisar had some business with involving Ra'atan. If I recall that, I think I told you before we left that I was attending to his burial rites.
Yes, but you left very promptly before our assault. Have you taken part in the destruction that Palasar prepared for it?
I have not. I was occupied by the Iba funerary rites. They are quite lengthy. There's a lot of ceremony involved, and I'm only just one man.
Well, perhaps for the better. The chaos up there was quite something.
You didn't
You were
peek
saying
at the cask. You didn't peek at the cask before the ceremony, did you?
I'm sorry?
You didn't peek inside of the cask before that.
Why
Iba
would you do that?
Iba funerals are crematory in nature.
Oh,
There isn't really a casket.
I see. Well, you did look at the cask before it was burned, did you? That is bad luck, I hear.
There's no such superstition where I'm from. But you say assault. You did end up going with through assault on the mayor's manor. How did that go?
Well, it is a tad bit complicated. You see, we
Complicated.
initially... Let me catch you up to speed. Well, initially... Yes?
Before I let you continue, there is a little bit of news. I've had contact from the Vermeer. She advises that we head to the Red Temple as quickly as possible as a group.
That is peculiar.
It is rather, but it's very out of character. for her to give such a warning, so I am more inclined to acquiesce to her request. So please, let's make this retelling as brief as we can. What happened?
Alright, so the main takeaway. We have successfully infiltrated the underground of the Mayor's temple. We engaged in a combat and emerged victorious. However, there was... I believe one of your past friends was encountered on the way there.
Azan's corpse was cold, so you would only have to be talking about Edward.
Oh,
Is
I
he
believe,
dead?
yes. That is probably the name of the poor fella. As far as we can tell, I believe several people have checked on the corpse, and it showed no sign of life. Well, initially he was alive.
Initially.
Well, there was a bit of a problem in form of white scorpion, or whatever nuance the title means, because it seems that it is not confined to a single person.
The
It
White
seems that
Scorpion is
White
not
Scorpion is quite intangible.
magic-ish.
Some
Oh,
shape
right.
or form.
That does
Yes.
make a lot. That does make certain things snap into focus.
We did come across someone who could have been mayor, but he fled the scene alongside a few other non-combatants.
Did you encounter any of the other people on my list of who's involved?
I do not know whether I have seen such a list before.
It's on Discord.
Discord
Oh,
Never-
right.
already means
Never
something
mind.
in this day and
Discord.
age.
Never mind.
Discord.
public
There is no
Discord.
quarrel here.
So you killed the White Scorpion's avatar, for lack of a better word.
Yes, as worrying as it is, at least I hope we are safe from him for the time being.
As do I.
Not only did we take care of the White Scorpion, but we also dealt with Sergeant Arnulfus, I believe his name
Ah.
was.
The man who cut off your finger.
Yes.
Right.
Although,
Good thing I replaced your finger.
Ruha, shut up. Now the
If we are to be honest, Sir Arnulfus was dealt with by Edward. We merely knocked him out. It was supposedly Edward that took his life.
Edward killed Arnulfus. Well, Arnulfus was quite the unpleasant sort. I'm not surprised he met an end as he did. Those who serve power are those who serve evil power are inevitably consumed by it. But we shouldn't linger here. Is there anything else that's important for you to tell me before we go to the temple?
We did obtain a few items from the vault that we managed to open in the underground area.
Anything
However-
of-
Yes, I am wondering... Let me quickly check my character sheet.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I remember Azan carrying around such a thing where he wrote down what he was feeling that day.
No, I'm just checking what we actually picked up from...
I know, but you said it in character, so I'm responding and such.
Okay. I have two other things which I'll mention in a sec. Do you check?
Well, perhaps one of the things that others took for the ones I have are rather heavyweight, and you do not seem the type.
No, I prefer to stay lighter on my feet. Broughton taught me that.
Elma,
Yes, Ruha?
Would you like a bronze mirror?
A bronze mirror. Where did you get one of those?
From the vault. It allows you to look to places.
It allows you to look.
Yes,
It-
Ruha. Yes, Ruha, the concept of a mirror has come up once or twice before in my life.
Yes, but have you ever peeked around corners with a mirror?
Yes, as a boy in my father's house. Well, I
Oh,
suppose it could be very
yeah.
useful. I will take the mirror.
Very well. I pass Ilmar. The vault bronze mirror. It's just called the
I-
vault bronze mirror. That's all.
I insight the mirror to make sure it doesn't contain any fingers.
You can study it later.
All right.
Another pinky
All right.
pierced.
We should head to. We should head to the Red Temple.
Are you going to go through the streets? We have a more reliable entrance. Do we not?
I would be curious to look at the town map of Kastasen, which has been slipping from my mind over the last 2 months, to see how this all works. If the god in the sky would conveniently go to the next map, please.
Sure. Let's have a look at the city.
Oh, the haze maze.
The haze
Where's my
maze.
resolution?
Let it
Where's my
load.
resolution?
Turn to a mosaic.
So you guys are at the
abstract word.
Rook. The red circle is the riots last time you checked. Not necessarily up to
I'm
date.
sorry, that's not a circle. That's an ellipse.
The red temple, it's a circle when viewed from above. This is clearly viewed at an angle, this landscape. Thank you, T. The red temple
The
is your destination.
The riots,
There's
the riots are not inside the city walls at this stage, right?
Yeah, it's more like I'm not going to draw a complex shape because it's not worth it. But it's more like
Yeah,
the
but
middle
look-
is the intense part, and then it fades as it goes out.
All right. I think maybe we should use the underground and come out at the bazaar entrance. We shouldn't infiltrate the Red Temple from below again.
Right.
Does anyone have any objections to that particular way of transporting ourselves?
Well,
Sorry?
first of all, do you even trust this woman enough to go to the Red Temple where our enemies lie?
She has no further loyalty than the coins I've given her. I trust her. Her information has so far proven entirely accurate.
It hasn't been long since the time we left the Mayor and the whole underground in disarray. It is unfeasible for them to arrange a trap within such a short time span.
I think it might be more wise to go through the underground to the bazaar, and then approach the Red Temple on foot.
Yes, I believe the guards at the city walls were checking people entering.
Yes, and we're much less inconspicuous in a group.
Alright, I see no reason to stall. I am fine with that proposal.
Good.
Okay.
I'm fine with this too.
Good.
But before we go, I have some things to get back to you, Elmar.
Ah, yes, the sending stone I gave you, didn't I?
Well, the rings you gave me and the healing potion. The sending stone
yes.
I'll hold on to for now, in case the High Palisar sends back a message anytime soon.
Alright, probably for the best. I remember there were four rings left that we hadn't identified.
Yeah, 4 unidentified, 1 ring of radiant resistance, unidentified potion, and underground red temple key.
Alright. Underground Red Temple key. Unidentified potion. You can hold on to the ring of. Hang on, wait a minute. Do you have to attune to a ring of radiant resistance?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can hold on to the ring for now, Satsuka. I am already at my attunement limit.
What is that?
He can't handle any more magic items. He's
Well-
hoarding them all.
well,
Someone stop this man.
Well, I can handle it. I can handle it so much, but wait, what am I attuned to at the moment?
Oh, traveler, you cannot handle my strongest items.
What is he talking about?
Unfortunately, I'm also at my attunement limit, Elmar.
Yes, but
What
you'll give me
did
back
you
the You'll also give me the sending stone back, and then I'll be fine. I'm not quite at my limit, but I will be once I retune to the sending stone. I'm currently attuned to my cloak and to my ring of fire resistance. So you hold on to the ring for now.
Very well.
I think I'm hearing things again.
Odd things. So you
Ruhan's
got the
crazy.
temple key, the potion, and the unidentified rings.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take those off of my side then.
Just make sure you keep the ring of radiant resistance. Let's not drop it into the void between inventories.
I will make sure to keep that.
All right. Item is sorted.
Yep.
Was that?
Before we head out, I did happen to grab a note from your friend.
My friend.
Is the fella down there? What was his? Edward. Yes.
Edward.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed. You speak his name like you already know him so well. I will. Can I have a look at the notes?
Mhm.
I'll just send you what it said. I'll send you what it said. Direct from the Trajan message. Whew, we have not sent a message to each other in years.
You know, I actually figured out the other day that we started playing this game about a week before I started dating my wife. So this is actually as old as my relationship. This is game.
Well, make that a new message in our messages. That's what it says.
Yes.
Think about
We
it.
have a really
for a
weird
couple times.
message history.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about
All right.
it.
All right. Thank you. We should make haste.
All right. All the items sorted now. Everything good. Up to date. Accurate. So,
Yes.
just to be clear, you guys are going down into the sewer network via the back of the Rook, coming out in a bizarre black market, sneaking out of there and coming up in the bazaar itself. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. I will offer to have this down to a couple of rolls to keep some momentum. So, can everyone give me a stealth check with advantage? Since I know that you guys will be careful with your lights and you'll help each other out and you're very familiar with the sewers.
With advantage.
Yep.
Exciting.
So if you have heavy armor, it'll cancel out to a normal roll, I believe.
Well,
Yeah, I
22.
forgot it
Nicely done.
automatically. I forgot it automatically adds the disadvantage even if you choose normal. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it would cancel out if I chose advantage. It doesn't either.
crazy.
So Aylmar rolled a 19, Flamebearer got 15, Riiga got 18, so it's got 24, Alina got 22, Caleb got 9.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty impressive. Do you want to use the market map, or are you just going straight out bazaar, or go straight out back out to the city?
I don't have any business in the bazaar personally, and I'd rather go with Gardelvalir's message to go to the Red Temple as soon as possible.
Sure. Any disagreements?
Nope.
Yep.
Very
Not
well.
me.
After a short venture underground of probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, you sneak through the dark sewers, you sneak through that little corner of the black market, which has become considerably quieter. You come out in the bazaar, which you're very familiar with, and back out onto the main street. Directly west of you is the Red Temple. I will put you now on the Red Temple map, assuming you're heading straight there.
Yes.
Very well. Give me a moment to set up your characters.
So we're not heading there. Not straight.
Excuse me.
Huh?
That reminds me. Before you went down underground, the sky looked like it was threatening to just unload rain at any moment. When you come up, it looks like that has come to pass. And it is raining.
It's raining.
It's raining.
It's boring.
And as we all
Old
know,
man
rain overpowers music.
is snoring. He bumped his head, woke up in bed, and it was
That sounds kind of light. It's a little heavier than it sounds. And with your hoods up, you approach the Red Temple from the east. You may resume control.
There's a scaffold.
Wow. This brings memories. I was right about the execution.
You guys
I
can
mean,
move.
that's what it sounded like. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the mosaic to,
Oh,
stop being
the loading,
mosaic.
yep.
So many business meetings.
Well, seems like the door isn't open for business anymore.
I'm going to go and have a quick look. I'm going to go and have a look at this scaffolding. This seems bad.
Sure.
Public executions always seem like a bad idea. And I say
How
this from
big
a
is the
society
crowd?
where
Actually, there isn't much of a crowd. There's a couple people sort of moving about, going from place to place. No one's really loitering in the rain.
Tarajim,
Yes? Riiga, Caleb, you guys okay?
what is... No.
What?
Is this, does this guard look like he's looking at any place? Where's his head rotated? Not that we can see his eyes, right?
This one?
Is he looking at us? Yeah. Is he surveying
He's
us?
looking forward. Away from the door, which he is posted at.
Literally
Imagine if he was
forward?
looking at the door.
His head is rotated 180 degrees. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I don't know if Riiga is in character staying back that whole distance, if he's actually concerned that the man is looking forward.
I was just waiting for an answer. I will walk.
Okay. Yeah, he's just... You can't see his eyes, like you said. It's rain, you can barely see that distance, clearly. He's just looking forward.
So I'm going to. Is this a sign posted on the front of the
Yes,
scaffolds?
there is a notice posted there.
I'm going to come up to the notice and read it.
Sure. I will tell you what it says.
Does it say?
It says, one Master Dovsky is to reveal himself to the authorities before sundown tomorrow. As in tomorrow's date.
Mm-hmm.
And glancing up,
What is the?
yes. I'm not going to give you
What is
calendar stuff. We've been through this. It's winter, that's all you need to know.
So my birth certificate just says springtime.
There are
Okay.
dates and stuff. The figures. Is anyone looking at the figures?
I would
Yes,
look up
me.
at the figures after finishing the notice.
Sure. Riha, you're going a different way, like south?
Yep.
Are you staying on the street or are you actually going out of sight?
Staying on the street, I think.
Okay.
Oh, it's a tough life out there.
Right, Riha's back on the streets. Okay, so the other 5 of you, Alina is very, very slowly making her way there. Looking
I
up
thought
at these figures,
You wanted to say something to me.
there are 2 adults and a child. The first figure looks like an older man with a once refined look, who looks like he has been cooped up in a cell for a long time. His once distinguished appearance and clothing worn down. It is the old headmaster of the institute, Argarolf. I just made that disappear. Yes, the overseer Argarolf. The second figure is a much larger man who you actually don't recognize his face, but by the armor that he still wears, it appears the previous chief of the defenders. Perison has since been hanged.
He was the one who got stuck in the window, wasn't it?
No, he was the good one.
No.
Okay.
He was the good one that
Yeah, we
got
never
in
had a reason to
trouble
fight.
during the time skip.
Mm-hmm.
Rogerus is the one who had the window trouble. The current chief. And the third figure, the child, you all recognize
Tillik. Oh,
yeah.
as Tillik Fadar, Fennec's brother. Dead.
we even tell Henrik about this?
Of course, we should tell Henrik about this.
Tell Henrik. Are any of these his relatives, his friends?
The child is his brother.
Oh,
Is hanging clearly the method of death?
Um,
Like these people have been hanged, or are their corpses just hanging here? Because there's a difference.
you want to? Oh, like you're asking if they're just on display or if they were hanged to death?
Yes.
It's tricky just by looking, unless you want to get up on the gallows and actually inspect them. It'll probably be a medicine with disadvantage.
I'm gonna squint through the medicine with disadvantage.
Sure.
4.
A 4? It's hard to tell. They all look like they've spent... I mean, you know Tillich's condition has been much less than ideal for recent history. The other two, they look like they've been through some sort of personal hell. That's all you can really tell by looking at them.
I mean, you didn't mention, so I'd like to know: are they hanging by the neck?
Yeah, they're like hanging, like noose hanging.
Okay.
I went right to left because that's the order you guys approached in. That's why I went right to left. You saw the right person first, that's all.
I'd like to take
Very unexpected.
I'd like to take the child's body back to Henrik, but there's no way of moving a body through the city without being noticed, even in this rain cover.
Well, I don't know how particular they will be with the corpses after the whole demonstration of the here is over.
They'll probably
Perhaps if we're to be, we could possibly try and catch them after tomorrow's morning.
We're also fugitives, remember?
Well, not for long, I believe. Once we purge the city of the corruption, there will be no reason for people to consider us fugitives anymore.
Riiga, what are you perceiving?
Okay. So once I like go south and get a better view of the whole place,
Yep.
I'm going to try to look at the windows, look at any rooftops,
Mm-hmm.
look around 360 to see if there's anyone watching our group.
In windows and rooftops?
Yes, windows, rooftops,
Of
or
the-
just like next to buildings, any kind of
Of the Red
cover, I
Temple
might
or
imagine.
your entire surroundings?
Entire.
Okay.
I think I have a good amount of time. They're just hanging out. for a
That'll
while.
be perception disadvantage.
Okay. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural 1 for a total of 7.
Total of 7. Well, most of the buildings that you see, most of the windows that you see on the Red Temple don't even look like they open, or they have like thick stained glass. You don't see... You see a bit of a glow out of some of them in the dim day. You don't see certainly anyone on the rooftops. There's only, like, looking around, aside from your friends and the guards you see, the defenders, you only count maybe 4 or 5 people at any one point across the entire street, just running from wherever they were to wherever they're going. You don't see anyone who looks suspicious to you. Well, probably you do. You don't see anyone who looks rightfully suspicious.
Right. No one's standing
Alright.
around. Everyone's just kind of walking, right?
Only
There's
your
nothing
friends and
else.
the guards are standing still-ish. Everyone else is running to get out of the rain.
Okay,
Alright.
that's me.
I don't think there's anything else for us here.
We should be careful. There is not much crowd around here. There is a chance we have been marked just by approaching the scaffold.
Then let us stealthily get back to the bazaar and go back to the Rook. Henrik needs to know about this. We can't take his brother's body with us. That's too much. The guards will see. But we need to investigate this Dove Sky. Do I have any inclination of who Master Dovskoyetsky is?
Why are you butchering it more and more?
Who he has become.
I'm hurting.
How would you say it, Daniel? Because it's been 3 months, man.
It's been much longer than 3 months since that name was.
I mean,
coined.
Dovska is the official name that people remember in the city.
But what was the original name that you gave to someone?
Oh, it was Master Odoyevsky.
Master Odoyevsky.
You mean Azan?
Yeah, he used to be Azan.
You were Dove Sky. It depends who you think Dove Sky is, like what events you tie him to.
Yeah. No, I'm just asking if I ever heard the name Master Dovskoyet.
Dove Sky. The sign says Dove Sky.
Literally spelled like the bird.
Bird and the firmament, yes.
See, I know there's a reason I liked you. You're someone who uses the word firmament correctly, and I love it. Okay, sorry.
Excellent. The Dove Sky. I don't remember if any of you guys have heard any connection between Dove Sky and the riots.
I remember
Yes,
one
we
point in a
have.
riot. Yeah, a rioter said Dove Sky's gonna turn this around and then ran into the crowd.
Okay, cool.
And Gardelvalier also indicated
Gardelvalier
that Dove Sky was
said that
responsible.
she has located the one responsible for the riots, who is, according to her sources, to be found in a building at the southwest corner of the markets. That is what she told
Let's
you, I
go back.
believe, 2 nights ago.
We should go back and tell Henrik about his brother. That's the most important thing. We need to have some compassion for him.
Right, T, I'll pile you.
Where's Ruha?
Glancing around, you don't see him.
Oh boy, I hope he hasn't turned into a bug again.
Let's go, gentlemen. He didn't walk
Gosh.
past us.
Question.
Yes?
Is that another poster just off over there?
Wait, ping it again, this one?
Yeah.
That is it's a different looking poster. But it is a large notice, yes.
I'm going
Sure.
Hey,
Can you go up and take a look?
approach
Okay.
ever so slightly.
Sure.
We'll just take this awkward route here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what you see is... give me one moment.
Alina sees the wanted poster for herself.
It's a man.
Yes.
Yeah, one sec. Just finding it.
Oh, T is P.
Yeah. He's BRP. Get it? Doo-doo-doo. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Going on. Hang on a second.
Of course.
Wow, that's
take your
such an
time.
Atlas moment.
Take your time. Don't worry about it.
I swear I was ready for this moment.
I believe this is what we refer to as a big kitchen soup moment.
Loading screen.
No.
Your
no,
game
no.
is frozen. You have to
This
restart
is-
the whole game.
Oh.
This is Atlas the DM moment.
No.
I've never had the
No.
joy of
Judging too close.
experiencing. I've never had the joy of experiencing Atlas as a DM.
It's a lot of speaking to himself.
He does that anyway.
Yeah, but like, you know, you want to check something or go somewhere, right? Or do something, and he starts saying, "Oh, yes,
Which
he just keeps rambling himself for like a minute, and then it's okay.
Listen. Loading times. are
Yeah, I
kinda
had no
slow, you
I
know,
had
it's
no
hard to
choice but to
optimize.
listen. Okay.
It's hard to optimize those loading times these days, you know? It's
Atlas is the first human I know that's capable of buffering.
no.
It's actually very impressive, Atlas.
No, I don't know what you mean. I'm just doing what I do. I don't know what you mean.
Tresham gave up. He just types it again. Remakes the poster.
Yeah, I'm actually drawing it by hand. Here we go. I believe that's accurate.
Oh.
Hassan is still wanted. They don't know he's dead. Let's go.
I see. Interesting.
Alina, I told you there's going to be hers.
Still
I
got the-
told you.
Surely they don't have good picture of my face because I'm always wearing my helmet. is the
Yeah,
thing.
it's just like a woman, kind of. It's just a woman's face, long hair.
Could that be?
I see. Huh. Well,
So basically, Vermeer, but twice.
Yeah, the Vermeer portrait's better than Alina's portrait.
How's my portrait? Is
As
it
as
bad?
in they know what the Vermeer looks like a lot better. That's what I mean. Your portrait, I think in today's society it would be considered a hate crime. I don't know.
Nice.
It's like it's clearly an Eva, like an Eva soldiery looking dude. It's hard to tell. The portraits, like the portraits aren't going to help anyone identify you as individuals. It may help to identify you as a group. I'll put it that way. Because someone could be like, oh, there's like an Eber with 2 Uldaman and a Remdorian, and like put it together that way. But individually, no chance in hell. None of you guys have distinct enough like scars or anything like that. Alina, yes, that is what you read on the poster.
Mhm.
Everyone
this
else
is
glancing around for. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, could I take it? No, but that's stupid. Right?
No, you cannot.
That's pretty fucking stupid.
As you come up and read it, the defender, who sort of glances slightly towards you, you hear anything, you let the authorities know. These are some of the worst criminals this city has ever faced.
Yes. I'll give my yes, and I'll just
Give a quick bow.
Don't bow at them.
let's just.
You're Amdorian!
Just an inch over here.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, seeing Elena go back and forth.
I have a
First
sign
time on the
thing
wanted.
to use. Sorry.
First time on the wanted poster, Alina. I'll say to her if she comes back.
No, you don't know what she saw.
I know.
You guys
I
know
know.
that, like, it looks reminiscent at a distance. Actually, no, you don't even see it. It's behind, like, hedges and
Yeah,
gallows
yeah.
and stuff. She just wandered off to the temple for a closer look.
All right, let's get back to the Rook. We'll go back through the bazaar.
When Alina
entrance.
turned religious.
All
Does
right.
anyone see
Alina?
Ruha?
Eh?
I'll actively start looking for him with a martyr now.
Sure. Perception disadvantage.
What business did you have at the church? You're not
I
turning
have-
religious, are you?
That's 8 for the owl, and with me, I will also roll perception with disadvantage for my own eyes.
There was a fancy little
Great.
poster.
Okay. Riha, you still trying to hide? Your
Not
friends are heading
trying to
back.
catch their attention.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
not
going to
trying
need a
to catch
clear yes or
attention.
no. Are you trying to not be noticed?
No. I'm not trying. Wait, can you rephrase that again?
Are you trying to become unnoticeable? Are you trying to not stand out? Are you trying to
No.
become unnoteworthy?
Not particular. I'm just standing there. I'm just standing there.
Yeah, but you're on like the
becomes
other
average.
side of the street, right? You're not in the middle of
Yeah.
the street. In
Yeah.
in the light,
I
in
don't
the
know how
rain.
south this goes.
It's a pretty wide
Or how
street.
much.
It's like
Okay, so I'm at like the very end probably, or like close.
no, it's like
'Cause I was
over
near a
twice
wall.
as wide as you see.
All right, because I was imagining myself near a wall or something, so that
Where you
out in
are
the
is more
open
like the
would
middle,
come.
almost the middle.
Oh, I didn't want to be in the middle of the road because
Yeah,
that'd be
I know.
very
That's why I was
conspicuous.
saying that you were on the other side.
Okay. That's where I am.
Well, are you seeing your friends leave? Are you going to rejoin them?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not? Okay, then I'll check your passive stealth. Aylmar, you don't notice him. Your owl does not notice him.
Do I notice this owl?
Yeah.
Okay, can I? Okay, so if I notice this owl, I do want to say like, I want to make a gesture of like, shoo, shoo,
No one
and
can.
shush.
No one can see you. Like,
Owl?
so the perception. Yeah, the owl doesn't notice you. Aylmar doesn't notice you. Like, it is heavily raining at the moment. You guys can't see shit in the street. You just see Ruha. You see like 5 figures heading east again. You know it's your friends since you
Okay.
probably haven't like lost visual tracking of them this whole time.
Yes, I'll wait a little bit more before announcing myself. Just what do they do for now?
They're
They'll
leaving.
announce me, sure.
I'm going to say to the others, Ruha's a big boy. He can take care of himself. We need to go and see Henrik. So let's just. Ruha
Oh.
knows the way back.
Caleb, you going back with the others?
Actually,
Yes, I am.
Right.
I
Elena, you can
know
talk and walk.
where some. No, I might know some information about the fella that they, you know, did the thing for.
It's
You
a
know,
what thing? What
what
fella?
you know what Doviski.
Top Sky, you mean?
Guys,
You might know
Not
some
Not just
information.
Aylmar.
You might know some information about Dove Sky. What do you know?
yes. Let us not talk about it in front of you know.
Yes.
It is
talk
raining
about-
loudly. You can barely hear each other.
Oh,
You
Talk
actually
about-
have pretty good cover right now as far as private conversations goes.
Yes, but I don't like standing in the rain. I'm from
That's
the desert
fair.
environment.
That's fair. Okay.
Really weird, all soaked.
That my cloak's actually keeping me pretty dry, which is nice. But let's
Yeah,
get back in.
Cloaks do a good job at keeping you dry. They're pretty good for that. Alright, back to the bazaar.
Yes, back to the bazaar
Okay.
and then back into the.
T, you're getting left
underground.
behind.
Yeah. So while they're going to the bazaar, I'm gonna follow at a good distance. I don't know how much is since I know the way. I can be like 100 meters away probably and just be fine. Or like
What's your
50.
goal here? Your long-term goal that'll help more.
My goal is to look around and try and see if anyone's following or watching while we're going to the bazaar.
Sure.
Following behind and look around.
Give me first of all a stealth check to
Cool.
not be obvious.
Normal, right? Not disadvantage.
Yep, normal.
Okay. 6.
Okay, and then give me a perception check with a disadvantage.
Okay. 19.
And I'm just restarting on my end. A 6 for stealth and 19 for perception.
You realize you're not stealthy.
No, you don't. Any of you guys who are looking around on your way back to the bazaar, you do see a Ruha-sized figure trailing behind you at a distance. Ruha, you do not see anyone trailing the party.
Okay.
I also look around on our way back.
Sure.
I sort of look around and see if I see any signs of 12 or her bird.
All perception is a disadvantage in the rain.
Okay.
8.
8.
Nope.
Okay.
Elena, you were talking and walking? No, he's BRB.
Yes. It would
Okay.
be funny if people actually followed Ruha instead of us, and Ruha's just following us.
Excellent. I need stealth checks from everyone to go back through the sewers.
I would.
I'm going to
Is it the
roll
same
Elena.
advantage?
Same as before.
Once we go to the beginning of the sewers, like the bazaar, once we enter the entrance to the sewers at the bazaar, I would stop Aylmar for a moment. But yeah, I guess I'm giving the.
Okay. What do you...
Oh, you're rolling for, okay.
That's Elena, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
you're stopping Elma.
Yes, Flamebearer.
I understand that you have personal reasons to be in a hurry to inform Hennek. However, I am more concerned why the Cadaver would inform us of the people here. Do we have any
Gardelvalier-
connection with the Dovsky?
Gardelvalier is aware of our connections to Hennick, which is why she would inform us specifically about his execution. I'm not so certain of her knowing our connections to the others. I know she knows that we're investigating Dove Sky, which is maybe one of the reasons why she's pointing this out to us.
Well, for me personally, that seems a bit incoherent. She could have just informed us of Tiluk's disease.
I'm meeting Gardelvalia tonight, as I usually do, at the Six Bells. I'll talk more then to her and ask her why she decided to inform us of this personally.
All right. I'm just making sure we are not taking the wrong path.
For someone who tried to kill us for the longest time, I do actually trust Gardelvalia.
I do not
She
like
may be
people
only as
that
loyal.
let
She may-
themselves be steered by money, but
She may only be as loyal as her purse strings, but that's still more honest than a lot of people are in this city. And in a way, it's a form of honesty I can respect.
sure, let us go back to the Rook for now. I
Alina,
believe Alina had something to share.
Alina, what did you have to share about the Dove
Waiting
Sky?
for it.
Sorry? I did not.
You said you had something to share about Dove Sky on the way back
Oh.
here.
Yes. I believe he has connection to a person I know.
Hang on a
Yes.
sec. Ruha, you didn't give a stealth check.
I give. So I'm waiting outside of the thing for now in the bazaar, just waiting to. I'm gonna keep looking around for like 5 minutes, not going into the sewers.
If you're going through it at any point, I still need a stealth check.
Got you. Okay. Is that a disadvantage?
The
Advantage?
checks you just made are for the journey from the Red Temple pretty much back to the Rook. There's
Yeah,
no
is
point
it
subdividing
advantage?
this. It's advantage. Oh well, you're not with the group, so you don't get advantage.
Okay.
Get fucked.
Okay. Spoony Bites, thanks for following. Welcome. Okay, Alina, sorry, you were talking.
Telephone.
Your former employer.
Yes. I believe they know each other enough. And something was going to happen at the Vermont Manor.
Dove Sky is connected to Beaumont Manor now.
It is a bit hard to... I didn't get all the details. All I know is that Delafor, Master Dove Sky, and Lord
Master.
Vermont are doing something involving the mayor's men at Vermont Manor this morning, I think.
Was it this morning? We've already missed it if it was this morning.
Possibly.
Well, that means more places to check out. But I'd rather contact the Palasar before we make our next decision. Whatever transpired on the ground floor while we were in the underground is pretty crucial to our operation moving forward in the city.
Let us get back to the Rook. Then we'll tell Hennick about his brother.
Okay. Your stealth checks.
Okay.
Your stealth checks were enough to get back through the sewers unnoticed. Ruha, your checks were for the whole trip, so regardless of how you describe your actions, you don't notice anyone unless you're doing something different, entirely different. So you'll just end back at the Rook like 5-10 minutes later than they do.
That's great. Okay. I'll try to go a little faster in the sewers maybe to catch up before.
You could.
If possible.
I would ask for disadvantage on a stealth if you want to do that.
No, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Very well. Then let's go back to the Rook. Back to reality, as the kids say.
All right. After getting back,
Hang on. Since this is since the circumstances have just been altered a bunch, I'm going to bring you guys outside the Rook because... Oh no, sorry, you're coming the back door.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. In that
Hey,
case,
thanks for telling
it's
us.
all gravy.
I'm getting an urge to look outside after we come.
Don't know what you're talking about.
all right.
The weather sure smells suspicious today.
I want to go and talk to Henrik alone. Maybe I'll take Flamebearer, but I'd rather not have all of us there. Most of his motivation for his research was his brother, so I want to let him down gently if I can.
It's not going to happen, and you know that.
You know, sometimes
What's
they
that?
say to take the bandage off quickly, no?
Indeed. But I don't want him to have to have that bandage torn off with a whole room of people there.
Actually, Trajan,
Yes.
my
Alina?
daily checking up on the window.
How so? How do you want to check?
Just a peek if the curtains are all right up there.
Glancing up, windows closed, curtains are closed. There is a slight glow from behind.
Okay, sure. It's fine.
Oh, they must be doing nuclear fusion, of course.
A slight green radioactive glow.
Oh,
Yep.
why?
Actually, blue. Okay, anyway.
Blue? Dubba dee dubba die.
Bang.
Okay, and you all make it back into the relative security of your private room in the Rook. And let's see.
Yep, all of us.
Whoa, I count 6. That's everyone, right? It's a party of 6.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
Zarak,
Yeah,
Ruka.
there's an Elderman.
Same
That was the
language.
extra character.
I'm going
Turns
to
into
go
an
and try
animal.
and find Henrik. You guys stay here and just see if
Well, I
Ruha
do
shows
have
up.
items for him. I do have a
Yes.
few items for him, so I might as well tag along, I believe.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Who's going to see Henrik?
I would rather only take Flamebearer if that's okay with the rest of you.
Are you sure?
Who's Why are you asking when he's speaking character? Where's the voice coming from? Who's
No,
questioning his accent?
it's out of character. I mean, I'm just, the party's already divided. Are you sure we want to divide it further?
This is a good point. All right, let's go and talk to Henrik, but I'd rather if we were delicate with him.
So who does want to go?
I'll go, but only wait
Subscription.
outside.
Thanks. Sure.
I will come along too, just to, say hi.
I don't think it is a good idea to say hi to him at this moment, but
No, it's like seeing friendly faces makes a friendly time, no?
All right, I'm going to step over to the bar and wait for the bartender to notice me. I know there seems to be someone else.
They both notice you.
Lad?
Ah, why, hello. We meet again.
Okay, this is good.
Yes.
This is going to be
He has a tooltip.
Who's this guy? Did I meet him?
No, you did not.
You didn't meet Ladwin.
Do I tell him?
He wasn't talking to Aelmar, he was more talking to Flamebearer.
Ladwin is a pretty Chad name, but
Chadwin.
Oh yes, greetings.
What chances that we should meet again here?
Well, we are sharing the lodging in this place. I don't believe it is unlikely.
Ah, indeed we are. Rather.
And I am still grateful to you for trading your own.
Oh, of course, of course. Is that a transaction you would like to be ongoing?
Well, I don't remember a termination date on our deal.
Very well. Well, I think there may be a complication. My good friend Unearth here has informed me that they would rather not have patrons sleeping in the common area now that the initial obstacle has been overcome. So, I suppose if... Well, assuming your friends haven't changed their mind and would welcome me back into their little communion, then I would have to get a secondary room for myself.
Sorry, I like out of character. I tuned out. Did he say that? I don't know what happened. I had a brain stroke. Did he say that he needs to get another room, or?
He said he would have to get another room because the idea was to switch rooms, but he ended up not staying with the party and sleeping like out here in the common area. But now sleeping out here isn't like they don't want people doing that. So now he's saying, well, he's gonna just have to get another room for himself. And he's just sort of looking at you.
Oh, I see. You're
Yes.
were you thrown out of the place?
Well, I mean, Unearth will tell you they don't really like the look of people just lounging around in the common area overnight. It's not...
I meant the room that I traded with you. I didn't mean the general
Oh,
area.
your friends seem lovely, but... yes, I think that they seem rather close-knit, and I don't really want to get in the way of that. Don't get me wrong, I would love to get to know them better. They seem like absolutely fantastic people. And I don't believe you and I have met before. Good evening, I'm Ladwin.
Good evening, I'm Aelmar. No, wait, sorry, I give the false name. Good evening, I'm
Good evening. I'm a wanted criminal.
You know,
Excellent.
It's been a long time out of character.
Yeah. Adad, how do you do?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine. You see, your friend and I, this foreign chap, we agreed to switch rooms during the other night when there was all sorts of upcomings happening in this room. We switched rooms, but I assume you seem to be friends with these people. It was a little bit... I didn't quite feel as welcomed as I would like, so I ended up sleeping out here, and I gave my room to this chap.
I see, yes.
Which
I would have been fine with you staying in the room. I had other business in the city last night. I do know the others can be quite standoffish.
Oh, business in the city last night, is that so?
Well, stuff that kept me away from here.
How
Besides,
curious. Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I will, I'll see if I can procure a second room for myself.
The sound of the die.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Right.
An earth
Remind me again later. We will arrange for.
An earth just cuts
the locals.
Ladwin off and says, Ladwin, Mr. Ladwin, would you have a look at room C down the corridor and see if it's to your liking? And he hands Ladwin a key. Ah, all right, I shall have a look. And an earth, like, rolls his eyes and just like, get back here quickly. While he's not looking.
All right. We need to talk. I would like to talk to Henrik if that is at all possible.
He has been told not to let anyone in, but Harlanus has told me to disregard that for the time being, so yes, please do go in.
I am going to ask very politely which door I have to go into. Well,
No.
door?
This place here. Hey, Ma, we remember. We went through. Like, you have to go through this because this opens, right? And then,
This
yeah,
one?
they're down there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But you have to stand next to a door to open it in this world.
Okay, I stand next to the door to open it. Now, is it
Sure.
up the ladder or through the second door?
Up the ladder.
Up the ladder, yeah.
Up the ladder. Upsy daisy.
I
And
can't
then-
believe the ladders are not a clickable teleport.
You get dragged over to the
That's
right.
so-
There is no clickable teleport mechanic. Drongo.
Shit.
Caleb, where are you going?
Where did Caleb go? Did he just go outside?
You went to the bathroom.
No.
And he's through the door that isn't guarded. Is that
One
correct?
sec, I'm catching everyone up. Hang on. And Alina?
No, Hennek was actually south of you, south and east before, but I mean, you could still ask the guard, I guess, since we're here.
So, this door here is Hennick's room, yes.
Yeah.
I will be polite enough to knock and then open the door.
Mm-hmm. You knock. The door does not open. You hear a sudden shuffling behind the door. And a pause. A continued pause. And this man kind of looks at you all.
I'm going to walk up to him. Excuse me, is the man in the room not well? Did he move?
I believe he's there. Strange character, that one.
I'll knock again and say, Henrik, it's Alma. It's urgent. Desperately urgent.
Excuse me. He steps into you. He quickly closes the door behind him. And looks around. He looks tired and preoccupied. Yes?
Henrik, I have some news for you. It's bad news, but do you want to... I know you're probably very secretive about what you're working on, but would you like to be back in your room for this? You might want to sit down.
I can sit here.
I'll sit down next to him. Henrik,
Why-
I've been...
Where's Ruha?
We're not entirely sure where Ruhar is.
I see.
He's fine. He just wandered off. I think he was doing some scouting.
Well, what is it?
When was the last time any of us talked to Henrik? Did you guys talk to him before we left?
No, I think they tried, but they weren't allowed up at the time.
Yeah, but when we're trying to establish what would happen with Zarak when we were gone, like trying to come up with someone to take care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been probably
A day.
I want to say a day, maybe 2, maybe even 3.
No, a day, because when we came back from the Red Temple, I visited Hennek.
Okay. You visited him up here?
So it's around a day. Yeah.
Okay.
I brought him
How
the
lo-
purple crystal and
Yep.
the thing from
All right,
Old War.
let me continue. So, Hennek, I was not with the party until recently. The High Palisade needed me at the White Castle, so I was there with him, and I only just got back. And when I got back, I was approached by Gardelvali of the Vermeer. You're familiar with her, that's correct?
Vermeer. Yes.
The mercenary. She's currently in my employ. She's working as an information gatherer in the city. And she approached me, which is very unusual. We have a pre-agreed meeting point in the evenings. And she said that it was urgent that the party visit the Red Temple immediately. So we visited the Red Temple. It just started raining. So there are the riots. They were started by a Master Dovesky, I believe. You've heard that rumor?
I confess I'm a little lost.
I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Let me explain it in as brief terms as I can. The riots in the city currently, you're aware of those, right?
Yes. I see them outside the window.
The riots were, well, whoever's involved in them or involved in inciting them is known as Master Dovesky. We are working on tracking him down. At the Red Temple, there have been public executions calling for Dovesky to turn himself in, or said executions will continue. There were 3 bodies on the gallows. The first was the former headmaster of the Carson Institute, the one who expelled you, I believe. What was his name? Anarth? No, that's the barman.
Oh,
What's his
Agaroth.
name?
Argarov.
Argaroth. So he's been executed, but that's not important. The second one was
Right.
You need to let me finish. The second one was Pierce
Perison.
Harrison, the original guard of the the original head defender of the Red Temple before Voldemort and his cronies took over. And Hennek, I don't know how to tell you this, so I'm just going to tell you. The third executed victim was Tillich.
I'm sorry? Tillich.
In order...
My brother was...
Your brother.
Where? Who did... What?
Take a moment. Organize your mind, and I will answer your questions as best I can.
Executed. How?
Hung. By hanging.
Where?
The scaffold that we found was in the square in front of the Red Temple.
Why?
The notice on the scaffold said the notice on the scaffold said that Dovesky had until tomorrow morning to turn himself in. I believe, based on that Tillich was executed to draw out Dovesky. Possibly because the authorities don't know who Dovesky is.
They think that Dovesky instigated all these events?
I believe so.
And you do not know who Dovesky is yet?
We do not know who Dovesky is yet. We have a location for him that we need to investigate. But aside from that, We don't know who he is.
Hennick seems to zone out and just stare at nothing. Alina, what are you doing?
I know. I'm sitting down on this chair. Yes.
There's a chair there?
Huh?
Oh, there is too. Okay.
Yes. Just taking a seat down and maybe listening into a door somewhere.
Give me a perception check.
You know, not to. 8.
With the conversation that's happening in here, the sound of the rain on the roof tiles, and whatever the other sound is around, if there is sound coming from that room, you can't hear it. Seems quiet to you. Riiga, you're probably coming up by now. What is Riiga going to do as he comes to a room that is void of most of his companions?
Let me come upon the room. Wow, it is void of most of my companions, but not all.
But not all.
Open the door. Wow, this place is void of my companions.
Unearth spots you and kind of gives you like a quick shake of the head.
To this...
No, like
Okay.
a shaking head, not gesturing in any direction.
Gotcha. I'll go back in my room.
Okay.
Yeah. Just wait here a bit.
Okay. Gotcha. Back to the room up here. There'll be a few minutes of silence until Hennick speaks again, unless people want to say something, or just wait.
I will give him time, but I would like to get the measure of him and insight him while he's in this state.
Sure. Go ahead.
A natural 20.
Oh, total?
23.
23. Anyone else looking at Hennick's demeanor?
Hey, we'll try.
Sure. Alina, you are already doing something else, so you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, damn it, it's 2.
That's a 2. Okay. Satsuka, it's about what you... Satsuka and Caleb, it's about what you would expect. He just looks very distant, very disconnected. There's a noticeable sort of... Looks like his features get a little heavier, like a burden has just come upon him. Aylmar? I am sending you a message.
Pretty impressive that it took over 20 to get past the facade that Hennick put up.
Thanks. Yeah, this isn't something that I was really... Like, he's not really hiding anything. This is more like an additional layer of insight. Flamebearer, is there anything you want to do in these few minutes?
No, I will be just rearranging my items. I'll be going for my backpack.
Okay. After a short while, he says quietly, "Can you bring him to me?"
We can try.
Please. Try very hard. I've asked you more than once to get what I need for my research. I am... It's hard to reach... It's hard to study something that's not right in your hands, Elmo. Very hard indeed. I need a body. I need someone who is inflicted with this ethereal corruption. I've needed it for some time. Please, get my brother to me. Do you understand me?
I will try hard to get your brother to you. But he is in a public square. It is going to be inordinately difficult. And I'm worried for you, Henrik. You just had a great shock. This is your brother. Your experiments push the bounds of modern magic as they are. I don't want you to do anything we all might regret.
Right now, the only regret I have is getting involved in this absolute mess, this appalling mess that you have created. And he slams the door behind him.
Let's go back to our room. We have much to discuss.
I presume I will be handing the items another time.
If you have something for him, I can make sure he gets it. I'm sorry, I did not mean to overhear.
Oh, quite all right. There is no need to rush. And I do not mean any offense, but I would rather keep the items on myself rather than someone I do not know.
No offense
I do not
taken.
believe we are acquainted. Right. Good day to you, sir.
Alina, taking your time. Okay, everyone going back downstairs.
I like to imagine as she's walking past the guard, she's like leaning to the left side, trying to get as close to the door as she can.
Classic Alina. Alina, are you trying to do anything, or are you just taking your time?
In case you were saying.
Oh, you can hear me.
What were you trying to do?
Yeah, I was saying that, it's good to go down slowly, one at a time, Not to arouse suspicion, no?
I'm pretty sure everyone's just climbing down the ladder at this point.
Yeah. You tried.
Terrible.
Alina, if you're doing something, you're better off telling me what you want to do, and then we'll see what needs to be rolled to make it happen, rather than trying to
Fine.
lie to your teammates all the time.
This man. I need
Okay.
to ask him. Something.
Yes.
Yes. So you got this door all day, huh?
No, I have shifts. I think your friends are
Oh.
waiting for you.
Ah, yes, yes. It's just, you wouldn't happen to know if he's in there, would you?
Are you wearing your helmet at the moment?
Wearing my helmet at the moment?
Yeah.
I'm inside, so probably not. No.
Okay, so your face is visible.
Hmm.
Are you the one that was serving him?
No, we're just.
Then join your friends.
That was.
You want to take that back? I don't know about that one.
Oh, you know what?
What?
He should know his real name right now. Go.
What are you going to
Mention
do?
that.
If this goes much
I'm
longer,
doxing-
then
You
your
gonna dox
teammates
him?
are going to have a chance to
Yeah, I'm doxing.
come back and intervene.
I'm doxing him to the man.
Okay.
In Remdorian, yes.
Okay, this is in Remdorian.
Doxing in Rendorian, yes. I'm going to say his name in Rendorian because it's going to be very different.
No. I'm going to ask in Remdorian what I'm saying to you.
Yes. I hear noises. I don't see anything happening.
I'm sending it to you.
It's
Okay.
just like Atlas campaign.
He's Remdorian, my favorite language. You gotta be kidding.
Okay, never mind. Then it's fine.
Okay.
I'm going down the ladder.
Going back down. Coming down,
Easy.
Unearth is here anyway. He's backed himself up against the door. I swear that man. Green Devil, thanks for following. Oh, we've been raided. Party of 30. Green Devil 606. King
Party of
Crafts.
13, that's too much to DM.
That's a lot. Oh, hello guys. Welcome to our game. It's totally professional and exciting and fast-paced and productive and all these things.
Sure.
For the record, I don't look at chat a whole lot, but I'll try and peek back imminently. Unearth has his back to the door and looks a little disheveled. I swear that man. I need... Look, I think he may be smelling... He may be smelling that something's happening. He may be suspicious of you. I'm trying to get him out of here, but he's very persistent. What did you do to him?
Well, I personally have only traded rooms with him. Is that a great offense in this lands?
I don't know. I just need to come up with a way to stop him from sticking his nose into every damned corner of this establishment. We're trying to keep you well hidden enough as it is.
Pardon me if I'm misunderstanding, but as the owner of the establishment, could you not possibly just kick him out?
Not without a good enough reason. Were this some ordinary drunk lout, it would be no problem. We would happily kick him on the streets, but this is not such a man. He has friends, he has a silver tongue. He is not so easily fooled.
Friends, you say? Are you perhaps aware of what connections he has?
He is from a, let's say, a family that isn't, a family of repute. You know how noblemen are in their circles. They talk, they whisper, they like to stick their fingers in everything. I should know. I came from one. But this man, oh, this man is persistent.
Well, as long as he doesn't have bad intentions, what's the harm in lurking around?
I fear he might. You all are being hidden for a reason, no?
That is correct, but unless he has ties to the people behind corruption of the city, it would be unwise for him to oppose us.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Would anyone stand to benefit anything by sharing the location of you fine folks? If the answer to that
You
is
might
even a
have a point.
soft maybe, then we must exercise great caution here.
I believe you're suggesting we enter the Rook not from the same door we used before.
I regret to say this, I can't shake him at this precise moment. I've told him that I'm speaking with Harlanus at the moment. Would you... No, that window's too small. Oh, I must disturb the master. I think that you're going to have to use Harlanus's window to go round the back, so to speak. I am terribly sorry for this.
I have no issues with using a window.
That would be fine by me.
That would be fine by me too.
He goes and opens the window in Harlanus's office. Please do hurry. Where's Aylmer? Oh, he's
I
under.
think he was... Oh, he's still on the original
Yeah.
square.
He's under Caleb. Okay, there we
Still
go.
on the original.
Alright, no rolls
there
to
any-
no rolls to get out. I'll just drag you out when you're going through.
Okay, so it's very it's very simple to get out.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty simple. And you find yourself in
Elementary.
a horse yard. And a small stone fence that you can easily just clamber over.
Yes.
What's the height of the
everyone
fence?
Is out now.
The height, it's probably 3 to 4 feet.
Oh, okay.
Just a little cobble fence. Here for that good lore and story action. Well, this campaign is roleplay heavy. That's how I put it.
Roleplay?
It
I've
makes it
never
sound
heard
good
of
when
it
I
in
say
my
it that
life.
right. When I say it that way, right? Roleplay heavy? Oh, so nothing happens?
I mean, people die. Come on.
That's true. People do die.
A lot of people die.
Speaking of dying, Caleb, you're in the horse yard.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely what I wanted.
Hmm.
Right?
There doesn't
right.
happen to be a horse on the loose.
Yeah.
There's always a horse around the corner ready to foil a spell. Okay, you guys can make your way back to the room. Once you get back, we are about due for a mid-session break.
The ladder, thanks.
Rush for the
Part
break.
2, 3, 4. Rush for the break.
Speaking
not
of horses and dying,
Yes?
so that's simply just gonna die now.
Oh, okay. New character.
Now, be with 20 feet of a horse.
Okay, and there's Ruha. Alright guys, we have a break. It'll be a couple minutes. I'll be gone. Some of the others usually stay here. And then we'll be back and into it. Back soon.
Kirby.
Everyone's gone.
Well, not everyone. We're here, Atlas.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah. It's time for the usual podcast, you know, the thing we do every single week. Every single time for 10 minutes straight.
Wow.
I'm hyped. I'm
Do you remember what's
excited.
the topic for today? Huh? Do you have your notes?
A topic, yes, of
You
course.
can't tell me you came unprepared to the podcast.
No, I would never come unprepared at all to anything. Let me just go through my notes real quick.
Ah, yes, your notes. Of course.
Okay, just give me a second. Just gotta no, hold on, it's somewhere around here. I just gotta jeez, no, where did I put it? Hold on. Oh, give me a second. Notes.
I'm getting an impression that notes might be imaginary.
No, they're here somewhere. I'm just, I've never sorted this thing out. It's terrible. I've.
What are you actually doing? I'm confused at this point.
It's pretending to look through my notes. What do you mean?
Come on, if your goal was to stall for several minutes by pretending to look for notes, that's not a very interesting bit, is it?
It's funny to me. Oh, gee. Oh, wait, let me throw this in the streaming chat real quick. I had this meme around. Didn't know where to put it. If only you were there, you all.
What this? What do you mean I was there?
If only
What do you
were
mean I
there.
wasn't there?
You weren't there. You weren't there when it happened.
I wasn't there when you needed me. Terrible.
Yeah. Actually, this is a
Must
bad
make a
place to
note of
put
it.
anything.
It probably is, yeah.
I'm deleting that. That never existed. Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, man. Man. What a difficult time. I'm gonna cry.
All right, save up the tears.
Okay.
I hear they're a pretty pricey commodity in these times.
Yeah. They're a little expensive, you know, they're a little... That's why you bottle them, so you don't waste them. And you can reuse them later.
How would you reuse tears?
Only you'd collect them, and then you'd have like a dropper, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. And then
So
when you need
purely
to
for
cry...
moisturizing your eyes, you mean? Okay.
No,
Recycling tears.
It's to cry again. Come on.
How would you go about crying again with a bottle of tears? You're going
With
to tell
my
someone to
dropper.
wait a moment?
Yeah, you say,
Oh,
wait
wait,
a
I
moment.
need to cry. Then you go for your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I
Come
am
on.
back.
I
Nice
feel
to
like that would spoil the act.
I have returned. Hello, Raiders. How many people do we have here now?
They all left. They couldn't handle me
They all
talking
left.
nonsense.
31.
All right.
They all
Hello.
left.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was my fault for doing a note-looking meme bit. Whatever you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to call it.
Atlas did really lame bit. Like I was ready to fucking turn it around, you know.
Damn.
I have 1 hour from here.
1 hour. Ugh. The pressure.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
While I think of it, to help with Virgil's new life schedule, how would you guys feel about starting an hour earlier?
I'm fine
Earlier?
with that.
Yeah,
That'd be
mostly
earlier for
aimed
me.
mostly aimed at the Europeans who already sacrifice a lot to shop at this time.
I mean,
Wait,
this starting
Virgil,
time is the latest it's ever been, so I'm fine.
okay,
Honestly, in a completely ideal world, I'd move the starting time back 2 hours, but 1 hour is enough.
Okay, so it's not just today, right?
It would be a permanent change. It would
Okay,
make my
and 1
life
hour.
a lot easier. I'd always be
Right.
able to
1
stay
hour
for at
earlier
least
than what we
3.5
started
hours.
today.
That's good. 1 hour earlier is fine.
That's okay with you? Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we have about an hour left, so let's make it count. We have 31 people to disappoint. I mean, to impress. So let's
Hello,
get back
31
into it.
people.
Okay. The group's together. The door is open? Question mark?
We close the door.
Close the door. Right, you guys stick together.
Canon.
How did you
Just
come after me? Sorry.
just a quick
Pardon?
time reference. It is it's like early to mid afternoon.
Was Ruha in the room when we entered?
Yep.
Okay.
All right,
just
so
making
they
sure.
they entered.
They entered
the
from that door.
outside.
Yep.
How did you come after me?
What?
Well, there were some complications during our visit to Hennek. I don't know if you remember the lad from the last night.
Oh,
The person
Yes.
that came in here who was switching rooms with me.
yes, I know the man. He came when I was practicing with my saddle.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah. Bless you, Elmer. Right, the saddle was not needed to be mentioned, but yes, that guy is apparently stirring up some trouble.
He?
I mean, probably not alone, but for the time being, all we know is he's working in this place alone.
Now, he has seen all of us, I think. But what do you mean by stirring trouble?
Well, this is according to our host, Anerf. Anerf is saying that the man is poking into all the wrong places and might have ill intentions towards us.
All right. I didn't like him anyway. What do we do?
I personally would rather not deal with disposing of civilians, so I suggest we simply avoid them.
Wouldn't that
I'm
make
in-
him
I'm inclined to
nosy
agree.
further?
Well, I can. Of course, we don't dispose of him, as in try to kill him. But perhaps I can make him feel unwelcome by turning into an animal. Can be a spider in his room.
He might just
Multiple-
swat you.
No, I'll
Ruka,
hang
I do
around.
not know what kind. No, wait a moment. I do not know what kind of memories you have associated with spiders, but they are quite a common sight in most places. I do not understand why he would be concerned about having a spider in his room.
I'll turn into a big spider.
Holy shit. Ruka is 5?
I have an idea.
Alright. Let us
Satsuko
hear it.
will cast Mage Hand invisibly and use it to lift up this bucket and just say, I could use my Mage Hand in his room at night to make him think there's a ghost moving things around in his room.
I don't want to just jump to this, but why don't we kill it? Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry, that's an out of
my.
character remark. It's just
Sounds
we've had
better.
we've had Mage Hand invisibly, and now we've had turn into an animal. So we're hitting all of our numeral strategies on point.
It sounds better than turning into a rat or something, because then you will sound like a madman instead of accusing the place of being dirty or something. So I think this is a good solution. That won't
It
sully the
certainly
name of the
sounds
place.
better. However, I do have one more small concern. Are we sure we want to spend so much time addressing this individual? For all we know, more pressing concerns of purging the city of the corruption that's stewing away inside. I believe our priority is to contact the High Palasar to ensure that our position in the city has been strengthened.
Well, we can't do any of that if he gives us up.
Why don't we see if we can get the High Palasar to obtain us Tillich's body?
What?
Why don't we use the High Palasar to help us obtain Tillich's body?
You sound
How
a bit.
do you know what Tillich is?
Sorry, you sound a bit distant, Virgil. Your mic.
Yeah, no, sorry, that was the. It was meant to be distant in character,
Oh, there you are.
but like this is sort of like almost an aside to myself. We could use the High Palasar's resources. He is basically the. He is basically the authority. I mean, the mayor's on the run. The Eldersar is dead.
What do you mean Tillich's body? Is he dead?
Oh, you didn't follow us.
You did
Yes.
not woke up.
Can I fill in Ruhar on the situation with the scaffold? I don't want to explain it in detail again.
Okay, so the notice and the bodies.
Yes.
Gotcha. Both notices? Wait, did
Well,
Alina
mention
share
the
that?
other notice. Alina,
Alina didn't-
install
yeah.
the second notice.
She mentioned it, but yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, I forgot to mention the
That's fine.
whoops.
Well, you're in character.
Okay, so do I
Very
learn
in
about
character.
Panic wanting the body as well? So
Yeah,
what
guess
do I
we
learn?
might as well fill you in. Like, well, yeah, let's just say we fill you in with things that transpired in the last few minutes
Okay.
when you were
And
missing.
Ruha, solemnly, as though it were an anime moment where like the character's eyes aren't drawn because they're like shaded. This is such a solemn moment. He'll take out the saddle and he'll strap it to his back. It'll take probably like a minute, and he'll have to like kneel to do awkward movements to properly fit it back without his eyes being drawn by the animators. He'll get the saddle on.
I know what to do.
For
What are
the
we
sake
going
of
to do?
everyone here, I just
Yes.
hope you're not suggesting giving him a horse ride.
Yes, I am.
No, man.
Well, is it not a good plan? If we need to get him out of there fast. We need to get there unexpectedly and then get out very quickly.
So about contacting the high powers, can we do that like now?
Well, Satsuka has the sending stone. I'd like to reattune to it if I could, but
It'll take an hour.
That would be
depends.
fine.
Did you actually attune to it at any point, Satsuka?
Yes.
You're just gonna
They-
ignore this.
In which case, you should be the one who sends the message. We'd rather do it. We should do it quickly.
This will be the last message I can send for the day, though.
What about Tillich?
How do you mean?
Well, how are we supposed to get Tillich if we meet the High Palasar?
Well,
People.
We're about to sending stone the High Palasar to arrange something.
Yes.
Are you sure you're good? Are you listening to anything strange again?
I hope you're talking to Ilmar. That makes sense.
I
No,
believe
he's not.
so.
That was at Riha.
Isn't Tillich urgent?
The corpse of Tiluk is not going anywhere.
Worst case scenario, I could possibly try and sneak out there tonight. Get his body. After all, I still have enough ether left to use disguise self one last time for today.
Right. And then I can turn into a horse.
Ruka, do you realize how difficult it is to navigate the city streets as a horse?
Jeez, don't change the rain.
That's
like
heavy
that.
rain. Holy shit.
Yeah. It is increasing.
Going to be a flood.
Oh, 3 acorns.
Turn into something else. Anything to go fast.
Can I check if the weather is going to be better or worse?
It only just got worse. So,
Like in the foreseeable
in the
future.
foreseeable future, you can go to the window and give me a nature check if you want. Five. Caleb, it's raining really heavily. You look up, there's so much rain you don't even see the clouds. It's just black and darkness.
You know, if the rain is that bad, maybe this is a good time to snatch the bodies.
Well, if we were quick about it, but the trouble is we have to carry it through the streets. How old was Tillich? Like, was he a small child? Early teens?
Not early teens. Let me just double check. I don't have an age. Tillich is, let's say, 10-ish. So one person can carry them if they're strong.
Sorry, how
Given
old
the
did you say?
rain,
10-ish.
around 10ish.
10-ish and small.
Given the age, it might make sense for someone to be carrying him. A child, possibly Alina would be the best. She's a female. It'd look like a mother holding a child.
Are you missing the part of her that's covered in armor?
Well, if we
Oh,
got
I
to
was
take the
removing
armor
my
off-
armor just to say that.
You're doffing your
doing that
armor?
with that.
Okay,
Yeah, unless we were. I don't
Oh.
think we were doing anything dangerous.
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
That's not dangerous.
I don't wear that stuff all the time.
45 minutes. What are you guys doing?
Alright, let us contact the Palasar, and if there is no urgency to meet up with him, then we could attempt the body snatch.
All right then. We also, the other things which might end up in the next session is I should go and meet with Gardelvalir tonight, and we also should try and investigate Dubsky. But Tillich's body is the priority. What do
Why
we need
did-
to tell the High Palasar?
Satsuko will go ahead and hand Gelmar the sending stone at this point, since she hasn't heard from the High Palasar. It's been a while since our message.
It'll take an hour for Aelmar to reattune to it, and time is currently sensitive.
Okay, I thought it was 30 minutes. Never mind
Let's-
in that case.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
let's-
attunement is an hour.
Let me just double check.
I'm also double checking.
I'm not gonna give you rules that are in my favor, Trajan. Well, I'll interpret them in my favor, but I'm not gonna actually lie.
Indeed.
An attuning to item requires a creature to spend a short rest focused on only that item whilst being in physical contact with this.
1 hour short rest.
Yeah.
So, is Satsuka sending something?
She would ask, well, what would you like me to send to the High Palasar in that case?
Alright, does anyone have a message we need to convey to the High Palasar? Is there anything, really?
I believe we already told him about the vault being locked away, and asked him not to touch it.
Yes.
You did.
In which case, all we really need is confirmation whether we need to meet up or not.
Trencham, there's a bot in the channel.
There was no... Thank you. There was no... your last message, when you said, there's a door with a lever, blah, 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 we can arrange a time to give you the key and directions, there was no reply to that.
Oh, there was no reply.
Nope.
Yeah.
A bot, thank you. Let me dispatch of that bot. I don't have any mods.
Perhaps a simple checkup to see whether the situation is fine. We do not know how the things played out on the surface. Hopefully nothing bad happened, but it's best to check.
Echo.
I am suggesting a simple question along the lines of, is everything alright on your end? Do we need to meet up today?
Is there anything anyone else would like to add to this message?
So, what are we currently sending to the High Palace? Recap everything we want to say to him.
Blameberry had
Well,
a
we just want to make sure that things went smoothly on his end, and ask him whether he wants to meet up today to discuss
Yes.
things or not.
Maybe mention right at the end that Alma will get the stone back tomorrow if you can communicate that in the amount of words you have.
Let's see.
25.
I'll see if I can get it in that amount of words.
The Alma bit of the message is not essential.
Who's this message coming from?
It will be
That's okay.
from me. Yeah, I'm just gonna type it out.
All right. So what you do next depends on the reply. Is that what you're planning?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay. Roger
Partially.
that.
I mean, I believe we're going with the plan
Partially.
to snatch the body regardless, but yeah, unless Alastair obstructs our plans.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
basically the...
Good to know. Oh, yes. Hello, Chad.
Okay, I got it in under 25 words.
Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21.
Could I see it as well, Tatsuka, if you're going to share it with everyone? Just... you don't have to. If Tatsuka would keep it private, she can. I just...
It's a secret
to
love
know.
message. You're not allowed to see it.
That's just pretty much a conglomerate of what everyone said. Just
No
condense
worries.
down as much as possible.
Do we have a key for this room, by the way? I don't think we just keep coming in here, but does one of us have,
I'm
like,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we were given a key because there was a moment where we actually had to lock it, and that was possible.
Yeah.
So
in which case, with Ladwin around, we should probably start locking our doors.
I mean, I don't know if we're leaving anything valuable behind, but sure.
Zarak
just
is
for the
in
sake
here.
of it. He's not gonna fucking come in and pick up Zarak and leave. He's not a kidnapper.
Can be a kidnapper.
You have no idea what Ladwin is capable of.
No one knows what
He's
Ladwin is capable of.
choosing his words very well.
That is the reply.
Alright. The High Palisar replied. He said no time to meet up today, and stated that the mayor has fled and is suspected to be hiding in the Red Temple and to be on standby tomorrow.
All paths lead to the Red Temple, it seems.
Do we still want to do the snatch first, or do we want to try and infiltrate the temple?
Well,
think
Aylmar,
this
you were
is
missing, but I would like to mention that we had to dispose of a reanimated creature of rather significant might. So most of us are tired from the endeavor before in the morning. I would think it would be very unwise for us to try and infiltrate the Red Temple within the same day.
I think I think I agree with you. Yes, maybe in that case it would be wisest for us to. Yes, it would
The
be
body
wisest for
didn't
us.
seem to be well guarded. We should be
Yes.
able to procure it without much trouble.
If we're quick about it, it shouldn't be too much trouble.
Alright, unless anyone has any other insight to share before we depart, I believe it is time to go.
What's the plan, guys?
Or grabbing the body, no?
Grabbing the body?
Yeah, Alina is going to be kind of temporary mother of a dead body. That's the plan.
Okay. All right. Which way are you getting to the temple?
Same way as before, I believe, would be the best.
Yeah. Same way.
Sure.
Oh, are we going to the temple?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Just the outside square where the bodies were.
Yeah.
Do you want the same stealth check to get there?
I do, please and thank you. Yes.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't all go at once this time.
Why do you say that? We're just... Maybe...
I think
some of
he's
us
referring to... No, he's referring to approaching the scaffolding, I believe. And yes, we will not all approach it.
Maybe a small group of 3 could do it. Someone will need to be someone will need to go up there and cut the rope, and Alina should be there to catch the body to carry it.
Oh, wait, we're doing that now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
What
that's been the
I
plan.
really
for
What
a
zoned
did you...
out.
How...
I
Yeah,
really
you
don't
really
know.
zoned out.
Ruha.
Wait, what is the plan exactly?
The plan is
I
we
do-
run up to the body, we cut the body down, we transfer the body back here.
Right.
On Alina's back. Yeah, a piggyback
Uh,
ride. You
what
remember
about
that
this?
one before?
Yes.
Ru-
Right.
Ruha, just don't run off somewhere, okay?
I'll be close by. If we get spotted and someone tries to chase us down, I will turn into a horse and you will get on my back, yes?
No.
Only if
You
necessary.
cannot...
You can't.
You
manage
realize you
to count.
cannot possibly carry 5 of us and a corpse.
Not 5 of
And
us. All
also-
5 of us will not go at the corpse.
In this weather, Ruha, one person on horseback is going to be a bit of a risk.
Just hold on to me.
That's not how any of this works, Ruha.
Okay, so while you guys are discussing this, you can continue discussing,
moving
but I'm
to the
going to need
sewers.
stealth checks to get back through the sewers to the bazaar. Advantage for everyone
Advantage.
if you're together.
Yeah, I sure hope you guys make up for my.
I got 10 out of 10.
It's not out of 10.
Holy shit, bro. 10 out of 10? We teleport to the
Right,
red
we got
temple,
6,
no?
18, 17, 23, 10.
Come on, Trajan, there's no need to calculate
Nice.
anything, just, you know.
No, there is.
What
Six
what
is
will
pretty
you
good.
cut the rope with?
Okay, you know most
cut
of
it
us
with
carry
dagger.
weapons, right?
Dagger.
Is he
Everything
saying
with
that
a
to
sharp
like
edge
a party of
would do.
6 with sharp weapons?
You think a weapon's blade is the best to cut a rope?
Yes.
I have a
Actually,
short
don't know,
sword.
man.
What other choices are
anything
there
else-
in this age?
If anything else, Satsuka will have the right weapon.
yes. Let's procure a laser. Let's procure a laser and cut with a laser.
Actually,
yeah,
there is
let's
a
see if we
laser
get
spell, I
much.
think, isn't there? Higher level.
Industrial precision laser.
Ruha, why don't you turn into
Okay.
Why don't you turn into a shark and bite?
You get through the
Right.
bazaar, okay?
Yeah.
And you are approaching the
I-
red
I don't-
temple.
Isn't it actually harder to like cut a rope with, you know, a regular weapon?
As compared to what?
As like a thing with things in it. Like
A
instead of
serrated blade?
What do you mean
edges.
things with things?
He means
in
a
it?
serrated blade.
Like,
Oh.
sure.
A
It was
toothed
me thinking he
blade.
was talking about a pair of secateurs.
No, but really, I'm really asking. Isn't it actually? Wouldn't it be harder? Unless
If
you like
it's
swing
sharp,
it, I
it's not really
guess?
much of a. I mean, you don't have to do it in one swing.
It would.
You just cut it.
Yeah, this rope is not rope that's like, this is rope to hang people. It's thick. It's not going to break in one sweep no matter what you use. It's going to be like, you know, a few turns of hacking away at it regardless of what you're using.
So the hacking is what worries me. It's a lot of motion.
It's not a tree. It's
Standing up on a gallows, I mean, the hacking's the
Have
least
you
of your
ever
concern.
touched a rope in your life? Out of character.
Maybe.
do you know what is a rope?
There are many kinds of ropes.
There aren't that many
is-
kinds of ropes in medieval times.
This is Riiga. We're not talking about a science fiction world here.
All right.
Okay,
I
Jesus,
pro-
ropes.
I need to
I
know.
don't think
I need to know how you guys are approaching, like outfits, lights, groups. What's going on?
Alina should be one of the people approaching. I don't think
Okay.
I should be. I'm a ranged fighter. The close range people should go.
Alina's
I
forward
would
group.
propose. I would
I will
propose.
go.
I would propose Hatsuka, Flamebearer, and Alina, and the other 3 of us hang back.
No, we don't need the flame bearer. I'll go
no.
because I might need to like. If we need to run.
No, you do not go.
I'm
You
so-
do not go. I will
Run!
not physically. I will physically
not then.
obstruct you from going near the scuff.
Right.
No,
Look.
no.
If we're spotted, and someone runs after us, do you think with a child we will be able to run?
Yes,
Child on your back, you will outrun their people.
I would be able to outrun anything. Yes.
Yeah,
No, you won't.
check Alina's
You are stupid.
strength. That's pretty damn good.
I could hit them with Ray of Frost and slow them down if they chase us.
Or I can.
The horse would be very easy to notice.
Luhaja's new horse. If you did turn into a horse, I'll stab you.
Horses are famously not regarded well for their stealth.
First of all, I'll outrun you, Caleb. Second of all,
Um,
good speed.
just so you know in advance, a horse running on wet cobbles, you might have to do a check. Like, yes, you'll be fast,
The DC might be high.
but it's not that it'll be high. It's just that there will be a challenge there because cobbles are notorious for being slippery, and horses don't exactly have great grip on wet ground, so there may be
also,
a check.
Also, if a bard, if he's what is he? What's his class? Ranger
Druid?
or whatever? Not ranger, druid. If a druid turns into a horse, he's going to turn into a natural horse, so he's not shoed either. Is that a
That's a good
consideration?
point.
Not horseshoed.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't
yeah.
be. Horseshoeing is something you do afterwards.
I can keep
Unless
my
we
shoes
consider
on.
the horseshoes clothes.
Rihard staples horseshoes to his feet.
You know, when I change my form, I can morph items into like certain places. I can put like my robe on my.
I'm not.
You know?
I'm not gonna
roll.
like. I could factor in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm only gonna factor in
Why-
like a horse running on wet cobbles.
Why are we doing this planning? Ruha's not going up to the body.
Yeah.
Or-
Can you guys form
He's
the
not.
groups that you're moving in? We have
I'm
half an
saying
hour
yes,
left.
Ruha.
Satsuka's gonna be going, but she's gonna kind of be off to the side on the road.
Okay. I see 4 groups. What's okay? 5 groups.
All right, I'm with.
4 groups.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm with them.
3 groups.
So Ruha is not
What?
going.
I'm not
I would
here.
actually. Alma will actually
Okay.
prevent Ruha from going.
3 groups.
What is the plan if it goes wrong?
The plan, if it goes wrong, is our usual plan. If it goes wrong, we improvise.
See. So,
Well, what's the
anything-
close?
Has anything ever gone according to plan for us?
Acha.
What's the closest entrance? Sewer entrance? I don't
Bazaar.
know.
2 groups. Bazaar.
And
You
then
guys are currently walking from the bazaar to the Red Temple as you do this.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm seeing 2
Suppose
groups.
we'll have to.
Flamebearer, you should go with the forward group.
No, 2 good
I
spectators.
I believe I stand out a bit if you know, and he will point to his chest. There's a small glow. Like you would notice, there's like a permanent minor glow on his chest.
Are you two
Because he has
okay
a
to do this on your own?
Hearthstone.
I think Satsuka would be the best one to cut the rope, and Alina would be the best one to carry Tillich.
Yes.
Yeah, Alina's strong.
Never fear.
All right then. I can send Amada above you to look. There's not much visibility, but I'll keep her looking around to see if there's any guard movements.
I'm gonna cast guidance on both of these fellers.
Mm-hmm.
Guidance
Possible.
lasts a minute. Before they reach the scaffold, it's gonna end.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, if
is.
Satsuka sprints, but
Yeah, if we split it, yeah.
But we're not in initiative order. You don't.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna take you a minute to walk that far.
I don't know.
Uh,
It is.
You can cast guidance in the last minute, but it may not run out. I also widened the street. You can use that extra black space down there, so we can have. That's like the length of the usable street now, or the width of it, I should say. Okay, so on the last approach, who's doing what?
Yeah. Satsu's gonna be kind of like down here on her own.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
She
Okay.
wants
So
to try and approach as stealthily as possible.
okay, so you're on the far side of the street. At the moment, the rain is pretty heavy. A person standing still on the side of the street is actually like eerily invisible if you're not looking around properly. The rain is that heavy at the moment, and it is like mid-afternoon now.
All right. According to average walking speed, it'll only take them. Hang on. Wait a minute.
Don't worry about that.
34.
You can walk 30 feet in 6 seconds.
I will
this
do the
This
math
is known.
straight. It'll take them 23.77 seconds
I'm-
to walk there.
I'm
Guidance
ignoring-
would still work.
I'm ignoring your math. You can walk 6 squares in 6 seconds.
Help me justify my choice of career here, Trojam.
No. No. Okay, so Satsuka's on the far side. Give me a stealth check with advantage. Satsuka.
22.
22. Very good. Alina,
Alina no
how are you
longer has
approaching?
the armor, right? So
Alina's
she has
unarmored, yep.
disadvantage.
I'm unarmored. I'm approaching
Is there an icon for that?
on the
course
street
not.
here. Just forward. I guess I'm trying not to stand out too much, right?
Unarmored. Well, how are you approaching? In the middle of the street, you don't have much in the way of stealth. But I just want to know, like, are you taking a light out? You got your hood up? Like, what are you doing?
I'll try and make it look like I'm, just trying to get through the rain. Trying to like.
Okay, just normally moving then. What about you four?
I'm going to hang back in the street a little bit. I would like if are there buildings over the other side of the street?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's where
try and make
Satsuka
it
is.
look like- Yeah, I'm going to try and make it look like I'm under the eaves of this building, just out of the rain. But I'll send Amada over as scouting, so it'll be her job to sort of like follow them.
So you want to be going through Satsuka's eyes for this? Or are you sending Armada independently?
I'm sending Amada independently with.
Okay, so Armada will have to communicate with you if
Yes.
something is wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a stealth check for Aylmer. With advantage.
Yep. 17.
17. Very clean. Okay. And you three? What are you three
I'm just
doing?
staying with Ruha because I am concerned in character.
If you
Something crazy.
Sure, how are you approaching?
We're probably near Ilmar, right?
If you're on the far side, move to the far side. If you're on the temple side, stay on the temple side. If you four, okay, so Satsuka's her own group, I assume. If you four are another group, then this will just be a group stealth, so everyone roll stealth and initiative.
Stealth and initiative.
With advantage, I mean, not initiative. Oh, spoilers.
Stealth and initiative.
Not yet.
Jesus Christ! I'm sure that makes up for the 4.
Yeah, that must make up for the 4.
Surely.
Okay,
Surely.
that's good enough. I'm going to count you all as stealth.
I mean, it's technically a 5 since I think Trace had advantage. So.
I did, yeah.
So it's technically a
It is
5.
Oh, hang on.
Please respect my stealth.
Yeah, you got a 5. I'll be back real quick.
He has to grab his fighting dice.
Is it really that
He
hard
has
to
to
see
grab
in
his
heavy rain?
food.
He has
What
to
were you
grab
saying,
his-
T?
Is it that hard to see in heavy rain?
Yes.
It is.
It is very much so, bro.
Have you not
Do you not
seen
have
rain?
rains in Turkey?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you do.
Have you not seen rain your entire life?
I like rain.
Bane?
Bane? Yes.
Yes, I like pain. Oh.
That
You
makes you a
like
masochist.
rain?
No, I
What's
didn't
that
say
about?
I like receiving pain. I said I like pain. I could be a sadist. I could be inflicting pains onto others.
True. True.
Atlas? That was that projection that I heard?
Huh?
Interesting that the first thing that would pop into your head is getting inflicted upon oneself when one
What?
says
No, that's crazy.
like
What are you
pain.
talking about,
That is
T?
quite interesting that that's where your
Weird
mind
that you
would
would
go.
focus on that, T. Is this
Weird that
perhaps
you would do that.
something you want?
I'm back.
You can't turn that around.
No, you're the one focusing on it. I don't know. I just mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm talking
Okay.
about why you mentioned
20 minutes. Anyone doing anything else before you approach?
No.
Sure thing.
I'd like to call the police.
Okay.
What?
You reach for your phone and then you're like, wait, what's a phone? Alright, you guys can move.
The plan is motion. Roger.
Huh?
Oh no, the random civilian. There will be casualties.
Yeah, at this distance, Alina and Satsuka, you notice, you can barely see this from back there, by the way, you other four. You just see blows on the rain. You two at the front, you see somebody standing there just gazing up at the three hanged figures. From this distance, you cannot tell anything about them. And the defenders do have lanterns out for the weather. It is that dark. Strangely dark, actually.
Technical question, Trey.
Yes?
Didn't you used to make maps brighter or darker? Depending on the day
Yeah,
and the-
it depends on the size of the map. When the map is this big, it just gets glitchy.
Oh.
I already tried that.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
And I like wander up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just seeing this for the first time, maybe, glancing at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll approach him and
It's a pretty awful thing, huh?
The rain is so loud he didn't even notice you there. He gave me a start. Awful. Don't know about that.
Death, no?
These two are treasonous. Don't know what the kid did.
Still, it's never good to see, death.
It depends who it is, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You want to
Anyone
see enemies of
know-
your kingdom dead? You want to see enemies of the child god dead, don't you?
Yes. I suppose it's about perspective, no?
What you mean?
We want to see our enemies dead. Our enemies want to see us dead. It's like a perspective.
Well, I guess. Only perspective I care about is mine. It's the one I have to live with. Got enough shit going on in this city with the bloody war going on. Doing these insurrectionists.
They do seem to be causing quite trouble, no?
Yeah, you can say that again. Oh, this weather is terrible. I better get going.
Yes, stay safe.
Okay.
Alright.
What are you 2.5 doing?
Alright,
I'm going to have the
Amada's perched.
on the scaffolding, keeping an eye out. I know.
Sure.
I know visibility isn't great.
As in, are you watching the defenders or are you like checking the street?
I'm watching the defenders at this stage.
Okay.
They're standing in light, so is that a bit of advantage?
If you're just watching them for movement, then I won't have you make a check. You're just watching them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you other two?
Alright.
Keeping an eye out as well.
So how
Uh,
is this whole platform set up?
Hang on. You four back here, you can't really see anything from where you are. You can just kind of see a couple of hazy figures in the rain at the gallows, that's it. So you'll be able to see if like someone approaches them, but not really anything else. Unless you get a lot closer. The gallows, so you have a small wooden step case, I was going to say, that's not a thing, staircase that goes up to a wooden platform. It has 3 trapdoors in it, and 3 nooses above, and a beam overhead.
Okay. And it's just the ground below the trapdoors, right?
It's just the road down there, yeah. The
Okay.
underneath the main platform, you could get down there and just sort of like crouch down a bit to get in there, and there's a bunch of beams like partially obscuring down there. It's pretty dark in the shadow underneath. The trapdoors are open, so the legs are dangling through the holes. Except that
Nice.
Tillix isn't, because there's nothing. It's too short.
Alright. So, Alini, you go underneath where the trapdoors are and be ready to grab Tilip once I cut the rope.
Alrighty. Gotcha.
Okay. Alina, I just need a sneaky little stealth check from you. For now that you're doing something out of the ordinary.
Right. Gotcha.
Oops, that's with advantage.
Just a plain one, which is... Oh, it's a crit anyway, 22. Very well.
Good rolls today, good rolls.
Good rolls today, guys. Okay, so you're underneath the platform. That's where you're going?
Mm-hmm.
Satsuko, where are you going?
I'm going to kind of walk around the back of it
Mm-hmm.
with my back against the bushes here.
Okay, the bushes are about the same height as the platform, so they provide no cover.
Surely they're not all making a check right now.
It's a lot of dice because they have disadvantage.
All 15 of the temple cards hidden in the bushes.
Amata, this nearer guard, is like shifting his lantern a little, as though his attention is shifting. Is the rain lagging? Jukebox, cut it out.
It's not lagging for me.
The lag.
It's just everyone on stream. Okay.
I'll ask Amata to
Yes.
swoop in just in front of this closest guy,
Mm-hmm.
just in front of his eyes, like literally right across his sight line. Swoop past and head towards the other side. To draw
Okay.
his attention back.
Okay, so a diversion. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd need to. What could you roll for that? There's no
only-
distraction thing. I don't know.
There is no real distraction thing. The only thing of note is that as an owl, she has flyby, which means she can enter and leave.
Okay. So this isn't an attack, I know, but just make an attack roll just for, because I would like some measure of success for this,
Alright.
and I consider a better attack a more successful diversion.
Alright. She gets a 16.
A 16. Okay. So Amata relays to you what she noticed. you relay to her the message to swoop in and become a diversion. So is this to just like fly over in this direction or linger around or what?
Fly over in that direction, not to linger.
So fly off and
like
away.
An owl, but if you start looking at her too much, she starts looking a bit spectral. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
To fly off and away.
So you swoop in, and owls, well, I know a lot fly silently. Let's say this one does as well. Just this shadow, like a jump scare, comes out of the rain, and hey, and then like doesn't chase after it, just like tries to shoo Amato away, and Amato's already flying away. All right, and you two at the gallows.
So, is the rope attached at the very top of the pole here, or is it just hung across the top of the pole and tied down here at the bottom?
There is a, what do you call it? A turny thing, a pulley.
Okay.
The rope goes around a mechanism underneath the beam, and the rope is still connected to this thing at the base of the platform.
Okay, in that case, I will crouch down and pull out a dagger and start cutting away at it.
Okay. Time is of the essence. Give me an attack roll. Attack that rope. Try and sever it. Technically, rope has hit points here, so let's...
Oh, it's a crit.
How many crits do you guys want to roll?
It no longer has hit
It
points.
no
I'll
longer
tell you
has
this
hit
much.
points. Okay. Using your specialist Eastern Turmenian rope cutting skills, you cut through it in essentially a round, and you're cutting through which rope?
The one underneath where Chilik was holding him up.
You're cutting Tilik's rope. Okay. And you're cutting the rope where?
Underneath the platform where it starts at.
You're cutting it. Okay, you're cutting it at the start. Okay.
Yeah.
Alina, and you're ready?
Oh, I was muted. Yes, I am ready. Yes.
Tilik's lifeless body falls into your arms. Several meters of rope now trailing from him. What do you guys do?
Guess I'm gonna try and gather the rope, right? Just to make it a little easier.
You can if you want. The guards are actively moving.
I mean, he's wet. You could just take it off his neck.
Can you? Oh, is it just like a noose? Can I like?
Yeah, it's a noose.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. You pull it
I'm
off?
gonna have to go grab my.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
take
grab
it
my
off.
food, guys. I'll be back.
Sure, yep.
And then I'm going to soup with his body. I'm going to take it and hold him like a concerned mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can faintly hear some voices from the guards. Glancing back, it doesn't look like you have their attention at this moment.
Oh, they're busy with the owl. Yes.
I am gone.
Alright. You four, you see a mother carrying her child hurriedly through the rain. Or
As
Alina
the
and
plane
Tilik,
flies over the...
depending on how senile you are, as the plane flies overhead. I'll just wait for Aylmar to get back.
My child.
My child.
Plane.
A plane.
Your dead child.
My child is very much alive. I'm
My child.
Totally not
my
dead.
child. Do not cry.
My child
Cry
was
not
supposed to
alone.
be on that plane flight.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, did I miss much in the last seconds, or
Nope.
are we getting away?
Yep, they're getting away. So
All right.
is your leaving
Could I just
time
get a
like
martyr
imminent?
Yeah, pretty imminent, but I would get a martyr to like fly up high, out of their visual range, and come back to
And
me.
circle back. Gotcha. Okay. One of the guards
once
was
she was-
like bothered by the owl. The other one sort of didn't bother after long, but neither seemed to catch notice of what was going on.
And did they just take the rope off of Tillich?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
They left the rope there.
All right. In which case, I'll summon a martyr back to me, and then I'll just dismiss her to a pocket dimension because she's not much use in the rain anyway.
Okay. Okay, and all 6 of you are headed where?
Bazaar.
We should go. We should go back to the Rook
Actress
through the bazaar entrance.
To the
I'm going to take
bazaar.
the body to my home.
Let's go back to the world map. World? City map.
This is the entire world.
While
It's
we're
kind of
walking,
lame.
But I will give you Alma's stealth roll to get back through the sewers, and I might have to drop, I'm afraid.
Before you do,
Yeah?
I'm going to end it here anyway. I just want to have one last thing happen.
Alright.
no.
As you all head back to the bazaar, over the sound of the rain, you all hear what sounds like an enormous bell ringing. Normally it wouldn't be of concern. A bell rings now and then, but this bell, it rings and it rings with no discernible pattern to it. The few citizens around you on the streets seem to be sent into a near panic. Some of people cry out in despair, and others rush with extra speed to get back to their homes. Anyone do anything in response to this?
Is there,
Religion
like, a
check to see
history
what
check?
the.
History check?
If we can
Okay,
tell.
so
Yeah.
you can
I'd
do
also
you can do
what is
religion
this?
or history. If you live in Benevis, you have advantage.
Can I try to stop one of the people and ask?
Do I have a noble education? Does that factor in here?
Sure, that factors in. Although we've got some pretty good rolls here anyway.
I'll just make a roll actually. I remembered I have a
25
dead
on
body.
history.
Yeah, you have a dead body on your back. You don't want to stop anyone.
I remembered.
Please
I have a
don't
dead
stop
body.
anyone.
Okay. So, Flamebearer, you've heard of this. You've never witnessed it. Satsuka, faintly, you've heard of this. Caleb, you know this. Ailmar, you know this. Alina, you're not sure. Ruha, evidently thinking about horses or something.
Ask
Yes?
Caleb, like, what is this?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
No one heard.
Please message me.
what dawns upon actually half of you at least is that for the bells to ring like this, it either means two things. It either means that this is something to do with the war and there's an army at the doorstep, but that doesn't sound quite right to you. Surely the High Palisar would have told you if the enemies were that close, and besides, that's a long way to travel that quickly. the other thing it could be is a black storm.
Oh shit.
Yes.
It's only been 8 years. It's been far, far too soon. They're supposed to happen every 100 years at least. But as you think about it, the darkened sky, the fact that it could be an army but probably not, you think that this might be a warning that the Cinevos in the Crying Tower has warned them of an imminent storm. You have only a number of days until a black storm arrives. And you won't know its severity until it hits, but if it's anything like black storms of the past, it could turn everything you know on its head.
I want to go back to the forest.
Nope, that's where we're ending it.
Yes, can we go back to the
You gotta
forest?
be memeing me.
Nope.
Okay. I will bid you guys adieu, but
Okay,
man.
bye.
Farewell,
Bye, guys.
Virgil.
See you later.
Black Storm.
Okay. Is the play to just go meet, you know, the guy, the demon guy, just in the... I guess that's the plan now.
The plan?
The plan is survive.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
It's not gonna...
survive.
Good. Not gonna survive like a wave shooter or something. Whatever this is gonna turn into if we if we don't.
26 people. Hello everyone on Twitch, this is the end of our session. We're finishing a little earlier today while we readjust to some adjusted schedules. Next week hopefully we're going to be able to get a full 4 hours in, maybe starting an hour earlier than we did today. Don't forget to, what is it on Twitch? Follow and subscribe. Yes, please do those things. And we'll be back next week to figure out what kind of extra trauma these characters are going to accumulate over time. It's great fun. I completely forgot our new outro, or did we have one?
We're still on the same side.
We're still, and remember, we're still on the
We're
same
still on
side.
the same side.
Oh, emote spam. I'm sorry, Green Devil. Nightbot is not very nice.
Trage, I can't believe you still didn't tune it down.
I did, but he spammed like 20. He spammed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Spammed 16 emojis. Yeah, sorry. Appreciate it. Thanks for the raid. We'll be back same time next week-ish. And I hope to see you guys then. And remember, we're on the same side. Wow. Bye.